today we're going to be talking about Avengers Infinity War. This is a non-spoiler review. We've just been to see the film today. It's April the 26th, and we're very happy.
Yeah, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, so now we're going to do 3 videos here. They're all going to be about 10 minutes each. Non-spoilers for this one. Spoilers in the next one, part 2, and then in the third part we're going to talk about the post-credit scene and stuff that's coming afterwards.
Yeah, so don't watch the second one and then start bitching, give us spoilers.
People will still do that.
Well, yes, because people are retards, but anyway.
Exactly. So, very good film. Lots of things that I didn't know. Just little things. And some things as expected and some things maybe not as much.
I mean, if you know the story of the Infinity Stones, you can probably guess where this goes. But it doesn't go point for point or anything like that. It's not... A little bit of knowledge won't spoil your enjoyment a bit. I mean, I sort of know the story of the Infinity Stones, but I was still left guessing right up to the end, exactly how this was going to go, what was going to happen, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Now, one thing that some people have been criticising this for, but as one of the few criticisms of the film, were just there wasn't a lot of focus on your characters because there were too many characters and too much going on in this, and that is definitely true. Apart from for Thanos, Thanos was very good. Didn't get into his origin story too much, but he didn't really need it.
Told enough of his origin story. Like I said, I don't really know much about the Infinity Stones, and I don't know much about Thanos, but I felt like I knew enough to get his character, because I didn't really get his character to the point I watched this film.
Yeah.
But his goals are very clearly stated and make sense.
It's everything you need to know is pretty much in this film. But yeah, it's definitely true, even though it's a long film, there's not really much. Even when say, obviously, we know that they bring Captain America back into this, for example, there's not a lot of character development with him. There's not a lot of, well, this is what he's been up to, kind of thing.
Yeah, he's back in.
Yeah, but it's all good. And what was the other? There was another point as well about the characters, but I
mean, certainly this is again where Marvel zigs where DC zags. You didn't get a lot of time with each individual characters, but every character seemed to have a purpose. They did something. They were just there for the sake of it. Why is this character even here? Everybody had a goal. Everybody had a mission. Everybody was doing something. There was not just and by the way, I'm here.
Yeah.
Just to sell my film down the line.
One thing I did like about this as well, and it was similar to the first Avengers film, we didn't really get this in the second one, was it was nice to see characters that you've established already separately. It was nice to see them meet, because you didn't really get that in Age of Ultron. Whereas with this, obviously, as you're aware, if you've seen the trailers and stuff, Guardians of the Galaxy are in it and they meet various Avengers characters. Yeah. It's nice to see them on screen together. And just little things, little details, which we'll get into in the next video. I thought I got a real buzz out of watching that, because that's what you want, really.
Well, I mean, that is kind of why you're into the film, isn't it?
Yeah, it's always cool. It's nice when your group of friends from here meet that group of friends there. It's kind of interesting seeing how they kind of get on, kind of thing. You get that in this. It's kind of a universal thing, really. So just to see Star-Lord on screen with Iron Man, for example, and see them kind of having banter backwards and forwards, is really cool. It's rare that you get that in cinema as well. Obviously, it's something they've established in previous Marvel films with the Avengers, for example, but there's more of it in this.
There's still plenty of humour, but it didn't feel quite as over the top to me as, say, Thor Ragnarok. Which, although I liked that film, it did feel like they were a little bit too hard on the humour sometimes. Yeah. I think they got it about right in this film.
Yeah, I mean, I think we both felt the same about that. The humour was good in that, but it was a bit more out of place, whereas in this one it dialed it back a little bit. And it was a darker film as well, that's definitely... I mean, not just because this happened that makes it dark, just the whole film was very dark. But also had the Marvel sort of magic of humour and escapism to it as well.
Now, again, without getting into spoilers, we have one post-credit scene, and it is right the way at the end. And it is, I would personally say, worth sitting through everything to get to that. So, if you're not watching anything else because you don't want spoilers, you've got one post-credit scene to wait for.
And the third video in this series, we're going to talk about that specifically.
Yeah. Like I say, if you don't want any spoilers for it, just know there is one.
Yeah. Not a lot of people left as well, I noticed that.
Yeah, only one that I noticed did, from the row in front of us.
Yeah.
So, if you're wondering about that and think you're watching it yourself, there is one. Nothing seems to happen throughout most of the adverts. Don't get fooled. It's right at the end.
Yeah. Yeah. So beyond that, Thanos, very good villain. I know John Campea had said that he feels that Thanos is the best Marvel villain of the MCU. I'd agree with that, to be honest. I liked Loki. Obviously, was a good villain, but he was just pure evil. He is what the Russo brothers, the directors, had said they set out to do. That he was going to be the Darth Vader of the MCU at this point. I mean, Darth Vader is so iconic, not just in like Star Wars, but in just film history.
It certainly seems to be something that Marvel is kind of finally starting to learn the lesson on, because in Thor Ragnarok, Hel was a much more like nuanced character. She wasn't quite as like, I'm a big CGI guy who hardly even speaks, like Ronan the Accuser, or some of the other ones have had in the past. They've not been bad, but they've not really been great. They've been very unmemorable.
Yeah.
Whereas they certainly seem to be like picking up the ball a bit better recently.
Yeah, because I liked, was it Killmonger from Black Panther? Was a good villain as well. So fingers crossed that's the start of a new trend with the Marvel films, that the villains are going to start to pick up a little bit more. Because as much as I love it, it's definitely a valid criticism that the villains are not the best. But in this one, Thanos was so well done. And also another thing, I know in the past I kind of felt like, what's the point having Josh Brolin, James was his father, Josh Brolin playing Thanos, because it's just a generic CGI villain, really. But I thought he did a really good job, the voice, everything, the facial expressions.
Yeah, because there is quite a bit of like emotion there, because he's not just like I am Thanos, I'm here to destroy.
Like Apocalypse in X-Men Apocalypse, that was nothing.
There's a bit more to Thanos.
Yeah.
You don't really feel sorry for him because he is still a bastard, but you kind of understand where he's coming from. He obviously, as much an evil person he is, he does have some emotions and feelings and like connections.
There's a method to his madness as well, which is usually what makes
he is mad. He's the Mad Titan.
Mad Titan, yeah. So there were some pretty good surprises in this, which we'll get to in the next video. But like I say, little things that even I didn't know, and I tend to stay away from spoilers. But to things I didn't see coming as well, where I'd heard that was going to be the case, but I didn't imagine that some of the little things in this were going to happen. So yeah, I'm really happy with this. In terms of how I rank it in the Marvel movies, I would say it's in the top tier for me.
Well, it was a long film, but it didn't seem to drag at any point for me. It wasn't like, how much longer this film is there?
Yeah. I didn't actually want it to end. It's like I knew as it was ending, I knew it was, credits were going to roll at any moment. And I was thinking, no, I want to see more kind of thing, which is quite rare when you're watching a long film and you're in a cinema.
Well, we did have that discussion like, how long is too long? And it's like, my personal stance on this has always been...
Depends on the film.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm having fun with the film... I've seen films that have gone on for like an hour and a half and I've been bored shitless before the end of them and been like, when is this over?
Yeah.
I don't care how short this film is, it's still shit and I want out of here.
Yeah.
And I've had films that are 3 hours and I've been like, oh man, is that everything already? Shit, damn it. I was really enjoying that.
Yeah, so it's got a message from somebody saying they can't wait to watch the film. So it just popped up on the video. But no, it's the same. It's like, the original Stephen King's It. It's like 3 hours long. It's a great 3 hours. So the question of how long is too long, it's relative to the film itself. So
I mean, it depends, I guess, on how much you enjoy the MCU. If you're not a big fan of it, then this probably is going to feel long to you. But then again, why are you coming in to see yet another film if you already know you don't like them,
Yeah. There were some bits in this as well that were quite slow as well, like they'd just be like sort of talking and it wasn't just constantly fast paced. I mean, I'm not trying to sound like a film student about pacing and stuff, but there were bits in this where it did feel like it was kind of taking its time, which was good because you felt the stakes in this one,
Yeah, well, I mean, the character moments would focus on certain characters more than others, but everybody got at least some kind of pathos. I mean, even if it's just like, these characters meeting for the first time, or, I mean, like, one character like talking to another character about everything they've lost, things like that.
Yeah.
There was nobody there that was like, you could have lost this person and the film would have lost nothing for their absence.
Yeah. Well, we can talk about the spoilers. We'll wrap this up in here because this is just our initial impressions. So part two, we'll do it. All three videos are going to go up pretty much at the same time. So as you're watching this, part two will probably be available straight away anyway. Not that we have enough viewers for that to be a factor, to be fair. But it is what it is.
I don't know. All three of them may want to watch all of this.
Anyway, well, we'll leave it there and say check out part 2. But for now, Brandon's reviews. Go see the film. It's excellent.
Yep.
Hi guys, welcome to Brandon's Reviews. Today we're going to be talking about Avengers Infinity War. We've just been to see that, and for some reason I'm really prominently, I'm taking all this face action off the thing. Do you want me to? I'll sit back a little bit. There we go. So you're too close now and I look really small.
Yeah.
What the hell? Should we save this for the outtakes, actually? Yeah.